Hello everyone, Commander Kingfish here, and I am playing Cat Interstellar. This is version 1.8, and it's by Ionized Games. Now, I did a video earlier, a month or two ago, on their build that was out at that point in time, and this is another a look at their newest build that they just released today. And I'm kind of excited about playing it. I've already gone through it once just to kind of get a feel for it. And just for full disclosure, I'm not sponsored or paid by Ionized Games, so my opinions in here are my own, and just wanted to get that out. I do want to mention though that I do truly enjoy this game, and so even though it is early access, I've been enjoying it. Just to note, it is an early access game, and it's selling on Steam for $2.99, and this is a special promo price, and that's going through August 5th. The game itself is built on the UE4 engine, and it is a pretty good engine. I dabbled with the UE3 engine a couple of years ago, just play around in it, just to see if I could build stuff, and I spent about maybe 4 or 5 months building a small level of a game, and it was quite enjoyable to work with, and it really gives you a lot of tools to be able to accomplish what they're trying to accomplish here. Now this game is built with VR in mind, and I don't have a virtual reality headset. I don't know if and when I will get one. And there's so many games that are coming out now that you really need to have that to play. This particular game, you don't really need it, at least wise here in the beginning anyway. With these builds, I can enjoy this game without having a VR headset. Now, in the description below, you'll see that my rig would not have any problem at all handling a VR setup. So it's not because for lack of equipment. It's just at this point in time, I just am not really interested in doing virtual reality. So let's kind of walk through the menu again. You have some options here. They've updated the new menu. And so if you go down here to options, you can pop this up, and you've got your settings. You can go through, set your volume, your music, the voice, and whatnot. You have a video, and I think this is important because it now has custom resolutions, so you can actually set the game to the resolution or monitor. As you can see, I'm playing in windowed full screen. And so you have a variety. Now I could set this to 3440, but I'm recording this for YouTube, so I typically will set my screens at 1920 by 1080. But I actually have curved screens, and I really am my screens are 3440 by 1440, so I could be playing with that, and I do play some games in that. So this kind of gives you an idea on the video. You can set your mouse, and you have key bindings, so you can actually key bind to what's good for you and what you like to use on your keyboard. And they've also noted that it has improved interface and response, and then they've added a dev tab here, which I'm assuming is really not is for the devs and the development tools. Something I probably won't be messing around with anyway. The notes that I've made here are all from the Steam release notes. Again, this build was just released today, so I downloaded it and wanted to play it because I've been waiting to go through it again. A couple of other notes before we actually get into the game itself, and they've really done some great optimization of it. They've decreased the game size from 7.5 gigs down to 4.3 gigs. That's a huge reduction in size. Unbelievable. It reduces the download times, and more importantly, it will reduce the load time between levels. And if you've played games at all, you'll know what that means in going from one screen to another, or from one level to another, if you're not optimized very well. It also should increase your frame rates, although I don't notice much of a frame rate issue with my games, because I'm getting 60, 61, and plus I'm recording this as I'm playing through. So again, you can read more in the notes, the release notes about that. So they've if you've played this before, they've expanded the base and mine environments into their own levels, and we'll get into that when we start here, and then I'll kind of go through that as we start playing through the game. I'm not going to do everything in the game. I'm just going to kind of go through and show you the areas, show you how you can kind of move around in there and be able to interact with some of the stuff there. So let's go ahead and get started, and we'll talk a little bit more as we get into the game. So one of the things you'll see is they've got dialogue boxes, and the first half minute or so is mandatory, but once you kind of get through this part, then you're pretty much on your own to be able to move about. And this goes a little faster than I can actually read it, so we'll let that kind of get through here, and then we can start moving about. Okay, I think we're free to go. All right, one of the things that they did add, and you can see it, is they've actually added a HUD, or a heads-up display. Now, I have a feeling that this has given them some anguish from the beginning, and you can read that in the release notes. But it does give the temperature, speed, and the boost left, and so I think that's going to play more of a part, and they explain that in the notes, that as the story develops. So you can pretty much see, you can kind of get moved around. Now, I think one of the things that, since I'm not playing in VR, I get a little bit of clipping as I go through some of these areas, but you can interact, and this particular case, I actually grabbed the table. You can grab things. Let's see if I can see. You can pick things up now, and we'll do some more of that as we're going through. But you really have the ability to kind of move around. Now, I was supposed to go out the door and look around, but they've got areas that you can kind of get around in here, and we'll just kind of go down here and take a quick peek down below. This is all new. This is all a level of its own. You can see the HUD working. They've got temperature controls in it. Everything's interactive. You got a couple of fellows down here, a couple of droids, and you can just kind of go up to them and you can read what they have to say in the levels. And so we'll just kind of head back upstairs a little bit here. Now, one of the things that when I went through the first, I know where I'm going now. I had a little bit of trouble finding the elevator, which is what we're supposed to do. But I found it just by exploring around. So there's a lot of places to go and see. Now, I took off outside of the door, so we'll get over here. Your shift key allows you to speed things up. You can move along. So elevators this way. So let's cruise on down. But you can see a lot of interaction. Here's some warehouses that you can, like a little storage area that you can go into. And on down this way, you can, I think you can interact with stuff, pick it up, put it back in. So they've been working on that so that you have a lot more interaction with objects and stuff. So the elevator's this way. I missed that sign when I first came in, but I ended up wandering around. Again, I kind of like wandering around and looking things over. You've got a lot of doors you can explore, and I didn't explore this particular room earlier, so as you can see, it looks pretty nice in here. The lighting, again, as they mentioned, they've been able to do a lot more with the lighting. You can see the glossy floor and the reflection of the lighting, and the reflections off the door itself. So they've really done a pretty good job on that. And you've got your atmospheric change, you know, as you're coming out here, you're lighting into this other room. Again, some nice graphics in here. You can go up to them and they're going to interact with you. And let's see here. So one of the things that they've worked on their androids and the animation of them, and you'll see them around a lot more than what they were in the first build that I played through. So there's androids everywhere, really, and you have a chance to interact with them, and you'll be seeing them as we go through. Now, let's see. This is warehouse. I've got to remember where I needed to go. I think it's actually through this door here. So this will get us heading down. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, we're looking for the elevator so we can get up to topside, and that's where we're at down here. So the tram has collapsed. I'm not sure if they'll be adding the tram later on, but right now, so that's part of the dialogue. And here's our elevator. You can interact with the elevator. Let's see, is this it? Oh, yeah, actually, straight on through. Here's our elevator. I interact using my mouse button. So that's moving us on to our next level. And you can see the load time was actually pretty quick on that. So they've done a good job on optimizing this. More of the droids. We're heading off to the observation room. And so you've got a lot more interaction with more droids here. So we'll cruise along down and through here. Oh, here we go. We need to come up here. And I think we need to speak with, yeah. Yeah, they're wanting us to get to the mine as soon as possible. Yep, okay. So you can look out the window and really kind of see some more of the atmospheric conditions that they put in. You've got the sand moving around, and we'll see more of that when we get out there. So let's go ahead and hop on out there. All right. So we're going to get the door open for us. And here we go. Obviously you can see the sand and the effects coming in. You've got droids out here. You've got droids over here working on looks like the satellite dish, walking around, and you'll kind of see them everywhere. Now, one of the things you've noticed that they have dialogue boxes. This is probably the one item that I've been disappointed in, because they've removed the voice acting. And of course, I've always enjoyed having voice actings in my game. It helps me feel more immersive into the game itself. They have their reasons for it. It's really kind of centered around, I think, being able to make it a little bit easier to do their translations and for the virtual reality and their subtitles and whatnot. So, but you know, when the NPCs can talk to you, I've always felt that for me anyway, you can be more immersive into the game. So we're going to head on down to the sky crane down here, and there's a little mission. I'm going to do a little bit of it. I'm not going to do the whole thing. And so we'll talk to the one android right down here. He's going to there we go. So the storm has blew 3 crates around the area, and we're supposed to find 3 crates and bring them over. I'm only gonna find 1. I don't want to give it all away, so I'll go grab 1 crate, bring it in, set it down, and we'll kind of go from there. And if you kind of see that it's giving you clues on where to go. So if you follow the markers, it's going to take you to the crates that you need to find. And so this particular one, we have found it right here. Now I latch onto it with my my left mouse button, and then we'll take that back over to the lift. You can see it's a pretty open world out here, which my experience has been with the Unreal Engine, that you can develop some pretty nice open world stuff. Now there are some other engines out there that a lot of the open worlds are being built on, like the Unity, but I still have always been kind of partial to the Unreal Engine. I've really liked it. And so this is the sky lift. Now you'd leave them in there. Now to finish this, you need to go find the other 2 boxes, and then you'll come up here and activate the sky lift, and then it'll take the 3 boxes on up to the ship up above. So that's pretty much this area. Now we're going to head on over to, there's another area we're going to go heading on over, and it's the greenhouse. And so we're cruising along. Oh, one thing that when you finish up that mission there, because I actually went to the greenhouse first, but when you finish that up, he tells you to head towards the sun, and I did that earlier, and I kind of got lost a little bit, but I was able to find my way since I kind of knew where everything was at here. Come on, let's get going here. There we go. So we're going to head up to the greenhouse and do that. There's a little mission that they want you to do up there. I don't know if we'll run into the androids up here that were walking down there. Yeah, they're probably already down there. They're probably going to give me crap for being late. But there's a little interaction down here at the greenhouse. So you can see that they've really been able to work with the lighting and the shadows, and so you can kind of see the effects on the atmospheric environment. They've got light rays that you can kind of see in there, and then of course with the sand blowing across. So the greenhouse looks a little bit different. Yeah, okay. So what they want the mission down here is just to kind of interact. You can grab one of these and take it over here and put this up and in. And there we go. Now I had a kind of a heck of a time putting both of them in, but I was able to get both of them in when I did the first playthrough. But the greenhouse actually looks a little better this time. They've got a lot more coverage in here, and you can kind of see they've actually got water dripping with for the environment. So it's actually kind of cool. So we'll motor on out of here. Now I think our last stop is to head over to the mine, which is kind of interesting. They've got that now on its own level. So and they've done quite a bit of work in there. But you can see getting around, it's pretty easy to get around, and it really is a walking simulator. So, it gives you an opportunity to explore. And I haven't touched all of the areas that you can explore to. There's a lot of places that you can just kind of go and move around. And I'm just kind of basically going through, so you can really kind of get a feel for the game. So we'll be getting there shortly. We'll get back over here and just kind of cruise around the corner. And it should be just right. Where are we at here? I think right. Did I miss it? Nope, it's down here a little bit farther. Right around the corner here. Yep, right here. So you can get to the mine, like I said, from the skylift. They tell you to just head towards the sun, and you can come in around the back way. Now, I ended up going by it. I didn't see it down here, but ultimately I circled around. I ended up coming down through the greenhouse when I circled all the way around, and then ended up coming back up through here. So you actually, instead of like before, you kind of just went into the mine. You now have a door, and you actually enter the level here. And you've got an elevator, and you interact with that, and it takes you into the mine itself. Again, here's where the broken tram kind of ends up, and you've got a couple of androids here. You can interact with them, and then this actually takes you right into the mine itself. Now I wanted to cruise around a little bit in here. Oh, one of the other things is, again, you can interact with all this stuff. So you can grab this light, and you can, if you don't want it there, you can take and drop it right over here. And you can see how the light is now reflecting off the wall there, and you have your shadows right over here. So again, you can interact with all of this stuff. You can pull it out, and you can drop it. Irritate the androids because I'm messing everything up. But that's where it would have been cool to have some interaction, have them yelling at you or something. Anyway, so we're down into the mine, and that's the skylift right there. Okay, as we're coming up, we got done playing around back in there, and you can see more of the androids running around. You've got, can still interact with all of them. And we can come up here and kind of look around. Not too much to see. I think the idea is this is where the tram is supposed to come all the way to, out through from inside, and then it will come out here and stop, or at least I think that's the idea behind it. You can see the water effects, which is really, really cool. And then I think we come over here, we get a little bit of a mission. There we go. Yeah, they want us to help with the generated. The diagnostic console is at the end of the bridge. Okay, well, let's cruise on down there. You know, it scared the crap out of me the first time, and it made me jump again, and I was expecting it. Alright, so this puts us down into the cave, and so you can see the physics and again, more atmosphere that they've got going on. So let's cruise on down through here. Let's see what we can find down here in the cave. And I'm not going to take you everywhere down and in here, but this is a, you know, it's pretty cool. They've done a good job down and in here, and again, this is where the Unreal Engine really excels, because you can really do some nice closed-in buildings and caves and stuff like this in your levels. So let's kind of keep motoring down through this way. And you'll see down here the water effects. Look at the water effects. Of course, again, I've got a pretty big rig, and so I've got everything set on high or ultra. So it really makes a difference. Again, you can see all the water effects. So we'll just kind of keep cruising on down through here. Again, you're getting some good lighting effects as you're coming in through here. More waterfalls over there. Kind of the foggy look. Again, really nice looking water. Look at that. It really looks real. Unbelievable. Really nice. Alright, well, let's kind of keep pushing forward here. And looky there. End of the cave, it looks like. Although I think we can kind of jump on down here. Beautiful waterfalls. Kind of see the effect on that. And you can just kind of keep hopping on down here. Let's just kind of keep hopping on down to the bottom of this hole, I think. Down, down, down we go. Kind of see the water dripping down through here. And here we are. Thanks for playing the first part of Cat Interstellar. We really appreciate your support and feedback. The purpose of this build is to refine the player controls and give you an introduction into the story. We highly encourage you to go give us feedback in the forums, and once again, thanks for playing. Well, watching the video, I think they're going to be able to see my feedback if they do get a chance to watch it. Wanted to remind you, or please take some time to read the release notes. It really will give you a better idea of what Ionized Games are trying to accomplish. And then I recommend this game. I truly do, because I enjoy going through the environment. It's a really great walking simulator. And please support them. Please help them out, because they're really putting a lot of effort into this game, and they need our support to keep it going. And then one last thing, they actually got a pretty cool thing going out there on the in Steam. And if you read through the release notes, they've got a game going where they're going to give away some Steam keys. And I think it's pretty cool, and I think you'll enjoy what the game's all about. So take a look, take a read. I think you'll enjoy it. And with that, as always, if you enjoyed this video content, please hit that thumbs up button. And please leave comments. Let me know what you think. If this is the kind of video and content that you like to see, please let me know. As always, please subscribe. It really helps the channel out a lot. And with that, Commander Kingfish is out of here.